Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so here's a little introduction to HDRi, which I'm really using a lot lately. I mean, for all kind of product shots, you definitely should be using it. I think somebody in the forum wrote, okay, it doesn't get the light right on this product shot and stuff like that. So I think this is where HDRi comes in really, really handy. So I just want to give you a quick introduction to this. Let me just search for a video that I have made a while ago, I think in November or in December, for Gorilla. It's a company based in Michigan, an agency, and we made this spot here. So all the shading and all the lighting has been done by me. Also some of the animations. So this shading here was done by me. This 2D animation was not done by me. Here the cucumbers were done by me. Then everything was modeled by me here. The phone was bought actually. Then here those chamomiles were modeled by me. This lotus here was modeled by me and shaded, of course. And so on and so on. And for this lightning here, which is really important, I did use HDRi because you have so much control of what you're doing and how this complete shot looks. Here you can see the final lightning on this package here and on those things. Looks pretty gorgeous, and I think if you're just moving area lights around and you have to test this really takes a lot of time, which is not really cool. And this is where HDRi really comes in handy. Let me see if I maybe have a shot of this still lying around. I think I have. I think for this tutorial purpose I also can use this. Let me just search for the package shot where we can really see. Okay, this was the chamomile animation. So let me close this. This is not the right one. Maybe it's the 10. Yeah, I think this is the final animation. 2710. So here we can see all the products. Okay, one is missing, that doesn't really matter for now. And let me get rid of the light and let me show you this a little bit, how fast you can really do this with HDRi. So right now, this was by the way rendered inside of Octane. I think for those kind of product shots, Octane is probably the best engine you can use because it's so fast. Picture got extremely fast, clear, so I could have rendered this animation completely on my computer. Which was kind of nice. Okay, so let's dock this here so you can see this a little bit better, what's going on. Let's try to make this as big as we can. So we have here a little bit of room. Okay, perfect. And you just simply have this as soon as you have installed it here in the plugins, and you just go, oh my goodness. Just a second, sorry guys. I think I only have it installed in R17, which is kind of bad. Let me see if I still have installed R17, because in R18 I think I don't have it installed yet. Didn't even think about this. As you can see, I'm completely over-prepared as usual. Yes, I still have R17. Okay, that's good. So let's start R17. Let's close this here. Really sorry about that. Didn't really think about this. To be honest. Okay. So should be here in a minute or in a second, basically. I know cinema takes a little bit of time the last few days. Maybe I have to set up my computer again. So a complete new reinstall would be nice because things getting a little bit slow lately, even so I have enough space and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm a little bit stuck. Oh. Maybe R17 is not loading now because Octane was messing up in the background, because R18 was still running. No, now it's doing something. Okay, so let's load this scene. And let's get rid of the HDRi environment. Let's go to the last frame, which is the most important one. And let me bring in Octane here. Okay, you have R.03 still installed, not R.05, doesn't matter. Let's just simply bring it here. Bring it in like this and make it really big. Okay, perfect. Path tracing and stuff like that should still be enabled. Yes. Okay, so let's make a render here. And As you can see, I still only have here a normal camera tag, so there's no DOF on it whatsoever. Just a simple camera tag with linear response, and the gamma set to 2.2. So that's all that it is. And plugins, HDRi Studio, so you just simply click on that as soon as you have it installed. Then you can choose which render you want to use. Cinema 4D Intern, Re-Ready for Cinema 4D, Maxwell or Octane. I think by now they even have Arnold, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's take Octane and we go to Add Pre-Built Hook. And then we click on Start. So as you can see, we're already getting some basic light in the scene. Okay, there's a newer version. Thanks for that. And let's maybe make this window here a little bit bigger so we can see a little bit better what's going on. When HDRi Studio is open, we can close this window here. Or maybe we are not allowed to close this window here. No, we are not. Okay. So let's go connection again and Octane and select add pre-built hook. So the hook that we are already using in the scene. Oh, select hook in the scene. Sorry, this was my fault. Select hook in the scene. So let's select this one. I don't know why I'm making so many mistakes today. Okay, it doesn't seem to work. So let's just simply make a new one. Add pre-built hooks. Okay, and now it should be starting up. If I'm assuming right. Select hook in the scene. Where's my HDRi Studio? Come on, just open up. Okay, let's try this all again. Octane. Add pre-built hook. And something should pop up now. Which it's not doing it right now. I have no clue why, to be honest. Maybe, no, it's not on the desktop. Okay, this is kind of weird. I'm really sorry about this, guys. Really sorry. I will just restart Cinema 4D 17. We'll pause the video and set up the scene so we can start working with this HDRi Studio. Okay, alright, I'm back. So basically I should have also clicked here on start maybe so the connection does open up. So this is what we get basically in the first place. So no light whatsoever, only one background light here. This does gradient background. So let's just simply delete or right click and delete. So then it gets completely black. And then we can start to add our own lights. We can load HDRIs, we can load all kind of sunlight spots, what do I know? So dark light, picture lights, what do I know? And you also, when you download this, you get a lot of different maps you can load into those lights, where you can hide a lot of lights and stuff like that. So this makes it really easy to work with this HDRi Studio. I mean, this is really almost self-explaining. So let me add just simply here a rectangle light. And let me make this here a little bit bigger. I mean, I don't have so much. I mean, I have a really big screen, but I still feel like I don't have enough space to show this off really good. So let me try this again. Let me move this over here so we can see the HDRi Studio a little bit better. Alrighty. It's not really doing what I like. Okay. And now we can, here we have the rectangle light, and now we can just simply move this around. And now we can see here instantly in the scene what our light is doing and what it's lighting up and so on. We can give it here more brightness. We can make it bigger, we can make it more width, more height. So as you can see, it's coming from the left really strong, and we're getting here already this nice reflection here, which I really like. Then we can put in a second rectangle light. Let's switch off the first one. Let's get this light here. So it's coming from the right. So we're getting here some reflections. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's also give it a little bit more brightness. But it's way too bright right now, I guess. Maybe something like this. Let's move it a little bit more around. So I really only want to have the reflection really on the edges of this product. Yeah, now something like this. Then we can turn on the second light, see how those two play together. And already looking pretty fancy. I mean, and it was like maybe a work of 10 seconds. And then we could also add another top light and so on and so on. I mean, this is really simple. Then we can use here, maybe we could use a hex light, which comes in the package. Turn on heater brightness, make this bigger. If we want to have some different reflections, then we could use here maps, like I said. We could use here, I mean, this is really just a really quick introduction, because I don't think there is really much to it, but I really would recommend that you use HDRi Studio. I'm not getting any money from them, but I would really recommend, if you're doing product shots, using HDRi Studio, because it's so easy to set up. So as you can see, gradient background, we can use picture background, sky background, an Uber light, and so on and so on. And if you have this final shot then, so let's say you're absolutely satisfied with your lighting in the scene, you can just simply go Project, Render Production, HDRi. So then this little window pops up, and then we say, okay, which resolution we want to have. I wouldn't go higher than 3000 by 1500 just to save space, and this will also will be good enough. OpenEXR might be just fine. You can also put it out as an HDR. Linear is good. 16-bit is absolutely enough. We don't need it to have it 32 bits. I mean, you can put it out as 32 bits to get a little bit more room to play around. And then you can just simply put this file out. Let's save it on the desktop, call it HDRi. And then click on render. And then, if you're looking here in this Light Studio thing, it also creates this Octane HDRi, of course. But if you look into this, you can see that by default, the rotation X is set to 0.25. And so we have to do the exact same thing. So let's just simply delete this here. We don't need this Light Studio thing anymore, because we just rendered out the HDRi anyway. And let's go Object, HDRi Environment. And let's load this image that we created on our desktop. HDRi. And as you can see, it's a little bit too bright now, and it's also not fitting perfectly into space. So we need to go down here with the power a little bit, maybe. And then we have to set the rotation X also to 0.25. And then we get the exact same lighting setup. And I think then we can also go back here maybe to 1, because I think this should be the right value that we did put out. And then also our HDRi is in the perfect spot like before. So this was just a little trick that I want to show you. So yeah, as soon as you render out the HDRi, always set the rotation X here to 0.25, so you get the exact same light setup that you had before inside of HDR Light Studio. And this is really an easy method to manage your product shots. I mean, this is really worth the price. This thing is absolutely awesome. I don't know how often I have used it for different shots. It's really good. And like I said, when you download this for the first time, it comes with gigabyte of maps, where you can load maps into your lights as well, so you can block some light with those maps. Maybe you just want to have the reflection from here to here, and you don't want to have any reflection up here, then you can just simply load a gradient map that comes with it, or what do I know, or a grid map. I don't know, so many maps where you can block this light up here, but you can still get the reflection down here. And this saves so much work, because you see instant what is happening in the scene. This is just simply a time saver. Really a time saver, and I don't know, I think it's really awesome, and you should definitely check it out. So this was just a really small introduction about HDR Light Studio. If you want to have a real tutorial where we shade something together or light something up together, we can do that, but it probably won't take longer than those 10 minutes that I spent on this tutorial right now as well, because it's so intuitive and so fast that, I don't know, if we would do the iPhone shot again with this HDR Light Studio or something like that, we would be finished in about 5 minutes, because you see extremely fast and instantly where our light is at, what it's doing, what it is reflecting, how the reflection looks, how the strength looks, how the overall feeling looks in the scene. So yeah, we probably would be finished in 5 minutes. So this is why I don't want to talk too much about it. But I just want to recommend, check it out if you're doing product shots. All right, thanks for listening, and bye-bye.